Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I represent for the Jaguars. No, I'm a fighter, yeah, I stand tall. I carry this weight on my shoulders, never a folder. I'm always gon' ball. Instead of it's time for the red, and I'm about to clock in, go and then never count me out. I'ma always make it like a legislator. This is dedication, this why mama made me up. I rise from the pavement, but that's just since I was a baby, walking in greatness, no patience. I say life by the neck and I break it like generation, no curses. Yeah, I live in my purpose, got my eye on the prize, observing. Should've stuck, I'ma leave me close curtains. Yeah, who I do it for? I say I do it for the nation, the nation. Yo, I do it for the nation, the nation. I say I do it for the nation, nation, the nation. Yeah, who I say I do it for the nation, the nation. Yo, I do it for the nation, the nation. I say I do it for the nation, the nation, the nation. Yeah.
Welcome to tonight's action between the Governor State Jaguars and the Viterbo Hawks. I am Francisco Mendoza, joined alongside Jordan Fox. How are you doing today, Jordan?
I'm doing fantastic. There's no place I'd rather be.
No, of course, having volleyball action here at home. It's been a minute, but now we're back. Of course, they had games on the road at Judson, Olivet, and St. X, and now the Jaguars are home. The Jaguars did beat Judson and Olivet down 2-1, but all came together to win the set in 5. So they beat Judson and they beat Olivet. Unfortunately, yesterday was the path of St. Xavier, fell 3-0, but tonight's a new night. It's a new day, new night, new results. Jordan, what do the Jaguars need to do from the beginning of that stretch till now?
Well, I'm actually going to call back to a quote from Coach Tony Bates, the head basketball coach for men's basketball. He told his players throughout the season, it doesn't matter how you start games, it matters how you close them. And I think that has been the key to this recent wobble that the Jaguars have seen. They haven't been closing games out the way that I think that they possibly should, but it hasn't all been negative. They are 11-3 in their last 14 games, and of those 3 games, their only losses were to nationally ranked opponents, with 2 of them coming against number 2 in the nation, St. Xavier. So it hasn't all been negative. There's been a lot of positives to take. One of those positives being that they did receive 2 votes in the most recent NAIA polling for top 15 spot in the national ranking. Not quite there, but inching closer to that conversation. And speaking of rankings, Francisco Mendoza is going to tell you all about the CCAC postseason format.
Yeah, so first year the Jaguars are in CCAC play. 6 teams out of the 8 make the playoffs. So that means the first seed and the second seed have the bye. Number 3 hosts number 6, and number 5 goes to number 4. And after that, that's when the semifinals happen.
Yep, and with that, that means the Jaguars, if they can hold on to this 2 seed, they will have a bye going into the playoffs, and they will host that semifinal game if things stay as they are. We're going to transition now into our keys to the game.
Yeah, so key number 1 is communicate. It's been like this, not just last week, but the whole season. You call for the ball, run into your teammate if you have to, but know where the ball is, know when you're going to hit it. Communication is key. Now, key number 2 is limit errors. Jaguars are known for having the chemistry, having the bond on the court, but without that, this is where the errors happen. Blocking errors, service errors, assist errors. Just got to clean it up. Last week was a tough week, but this week is a new week. And the last one is win. All they got to do is win. Each game matters on from here on out. I mentioned it before. Conference games matter the most, so the Jaguars definitely want to beat Viterbo and the rest of the competition to finish in the top 2.
Well, that does it for us. We're going to send it to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
This program in political and social justice is open to anyone that is interested in issues related to social justice. We look at theories that talk about race, that talk about class, that talks about elites, that talks about social movements. So it's really about applying what we'd say are some social and political theories to real life issues. To think about it, when you're thinking about applying even to our program, know that you're going to be a part of a very well-oiled, loving family that is going to help you, as I said before, to become this major change agent in whatever area that you're thinking that you want to effect change in.
This is Governor State University, home of the Jaguars. Every Jaguars journey is unique, but we're all on this journey together. For 55 years, we've built a tradition of excellence in education, athletics, innovation, the arts, perseverance, and leadership.
We are
You are GovState. Learn more at www.govstate.edu.
And we are back moments away from tonight's CCAC action between the Governor State Jaguars and the Viterbo Vhawks. Man, I just need to get my breath back. It's because every single time the guys are on the court, it's always, you just got to see it. You got to be here or be on the stream and watch these guys play because, man, they can play.
They really can, and I think it's just been so impressive. We mentioned it in the pregame there. 11-3 in their last 14. Their only losses coming to nationally ranked opponents. It has been a phenomenal stretch for the Jaguars here, and I know we talked about that recent wobble that they've had, but 4 games consecutively on the road is something that is hard to contend with. But we're going to take a little break here. We're going to get going on the national anthem and the lineups, and we'll be back in a bit here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Governor State University for exciting men's volleyball. At this time, will you please rise for the playing of our national anthem? And now the starting lineups. First for Viterbo, the V-Hawks from La Crosse, Wisconsin. A junior from Milwaukee, number 1, Ethan Davis. From Eagan, Minnesota, a junior, number 5, Riley Connors. From McChesney Park, Illinois, setter, a senior, number 7, Logan Amdur. From Bennett, Colorado, a junior, number 8, Owen Collett. From Staunton, Wisconsin, at libero, number 12, Max Dugan. From Caledonia, Minnesota, middle hitter, sophomore, number 17, Strake Meyer. And rounding out the lineup, from Chicago, number 25, sophomore, Roman Rasuski. The head coach is Dave Simon, assisted by Phil Gilbert, Jacob Nunn, and Philip Westbecker. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Governor State University Jaguars. CCAC Player of the Week from Frankfort, Illinois, at libero, number 2, Jared Baez. Outside hitter from Venezuela, junior, the exciting number 7, Daniel Lopez. CCAC Player of the Week from Brazil, setter, sophomore, number 8, Lucas Lapa. CCAC Player of the Week from Madrid, Spain, freshman, number 9, Pablo Pascual. From Brazil, sophomore, number 12, Thiago Neves. From Burbank, Illinois, freshman, number 13, Ian Schultz. CCAC Player of the Week, high flying, from Venezuela, outside hitter, number 15, Diego the Missile Antunes. The head coach is Jessica Reyes, assisted by Zach Smith, Pedro Castillo, and Brett Porter. Your officials are Joe Gustafson and Tim Gerkis. Welcome to Governor State University. You are at the Arc.
And we are back, getting ready for this matchup tonight. The Governor State Jaguars and the Viterbo V-Hawks. The Jaguars are 7-2 in conference, and Viterbo is 5-4. So definitely both teams looking to win this one tonight. But the Jaguars definitely want to regroup, especially after these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, any road stretch is going to be difficult, but 4 games in a row on the road, and not that it really matters for much, but, you know, win on spring break in the meantime, too. So just kind of hard to get back in your element with so many changing factors. But back at home, crowd's ready to go. I'm certainly ready to go. Are you ready for this, Francisco?
I'm definitely ready for this matchup right here. It's every single time Jaguars are on that floor, gotta be ready.
Absolutely. This is a high-flying team. 3 of the top 6 for kills per set are on this team. You're talking Diego Antunes, you're talking Pablo Pascual, and Daniel Lopez as well. This is a high-flying group. They're just so fun to watch. And now that they've got everybody back fit and healthy, this should be an exciting game. If it's anything like the women's volleyball game between Viterbo and Governor State on this floor, I think we're in for a treat. Hopefully they can handle things a little bit easier than the women did, but this should be a very, very exciting matchup.
Oh, yeah, no, that women's matchup, I remember that one. But, no, the Jaguars definitely want to take control of this game. Ended in 3, ended in 4, but definitely Jaguars want to win this one.
Will you be disappointed if they can't get it done in 3?
A win's a win in my book, so definitely Jaguars going to do this one.
Now, before we get started, Francisco, you were at that game between St. Xavier and Governor State last night. What did you think of the Jaguars' performance? Obviously, very close in those first 2 sets, tailed off in the 3rd set, but it seemed like it was a closer matchup than they've played with St. Xavier in a long time.
Yeah, no, definitely. The Jaguars were finding the seams. They were finding the ways to get the points. You definitely can accomplish points off errors, but you definitely want to get the points yourselves.
Absolutely, and that was what we talked about the first time, but we're going to get ready for action here. Number 25, Roman Rzusko serving.
Nice sneak attack right there by Lucas.
Gives it the celebration as well. Any of my football/soccer fans at home will know that's a nod, I think, to a more soccer-style celebration. Lucas with the serve.
3 ball to the setter. And Pablo was right there saying, not today.
That can't feel good, can it? That looked like it hurt from here.
No, especially, yeah. Good job right there by Ian Schultz and Pablo Pascual.
Lapa with the serve once again. Flagger says inbounds. It'll be V-Hawks point. 1 serving 2 now. It'll be number 10, Daxton Marshall, to step up for the serve.
Two ball from Diego. As that one stays in bounds, Diego gets the point on that one.
More sets like that, that's exactly what you want. I remember talking to Pedro and Coach Reyes earlier on in the season, and they mentioned serve-receive was the thing that they just kept on repeating. I think we're going to see that today, and we're starting to see a little bit from the Jaguars early on here.
Nice jump serve from Diego. 3 ball from the libero. As that one goes out, almost our way.
Almost had a collector's item here in the commentator's booth.
Absolutely.
Do you think they'd let us keep that?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. That'd be nice.
Well, what if they don't find out? No, I'm just kidding. We follow the law here at Governor State. There's number 15, Leo Kangas on the serve.
3 ball from Daniel to Lucas. That set up Ian for the attack. Jared to Lucas. Daniel with the attack. Great recovery by Viterbo. As they get the point off that with a blocking error by Viterbo.
You mentioned it in the St. Xavier game last time, getting the ball to Lucas when he doesn't have to move to place it to his big hitters. We're seeing that early on. He looks really, really comfortable early on in this matchup as Jared Baez steps up to serve here.
No, definitely. That's how it all starts. Get you a good pass to your setter and take it from there.
Now, I have to say, that might be the most power that Jared has put into a serve all season. Unfortunately, it was only met by the net, but positive signs, I guess. Number 7, Logan Amder, steps up to serve.
Diego with a 2. Daniel with the kill.
Oh, mama.
Definitely saw that one in slow motion. I don't know about you.
They need to put a warning sign on that man, because he will hurt you if you're in the vicinity of something like that. And another man who will hurt you, stepping up to serve, Pablo Pascual. Number 3 in the CCAC for kills per set. Here he is with the serve.
As that one sails out of bounds.
I think maybe that's his only weakness. Sometimes he's too strong.
You got to know your own strength. Definitely. I had a teammate that would do the same thing. You definitely want to hit the ball hard, but not have it sail out of bounds.
Absolutely. As Tiago places it, well blocked there by the V-Hawks. Back row spike there, well
Daniel.
received by Jared Baez.
Jared Baez, yes.
What's the call there, Cisco? I didn't catch it myself.
I'm pretty sure it was a back row attack. Pablo behind the line, he has to stay behind the 10-foot line in order to make the attack happen, but he literally was already in front of the 10-foot line, so I see why they called that.
Ethan Davis stepping up to serve.
3 ball to Lucas. Nice surprise right there by Daniel Lopez.
I'm not sure that was on purpose. It looked like maybe he was coming down as he jumped and couldn't get the power that he wanted, but it works out either way. The V-Hawks front row confused by that one.
It's like when you want them to have the attack, have the kill, it's always the opposite, and they do roll one off the hand.
Wow, look at Jared Baez there getting busy.
As that one sails out of bounds. And that's the thing, talking about earlier, communication. I'd rather have 2 Jaguars go for the ball than 0.
Absolutely.
As they're both okay.
In sports in general, we talk about making the right mistakes. There are good mistakes and there are bad mistakes. And 2 players communicating, fighting for the same ball is a good mistake.
I mean, I can see why Jared won 3-time defender of the week. But no, those 2 right there going for the ball.
Jared
amazing.
is what I would call a selfish defender. He wants to be everywhere at all times.
Exactly.
And they're an example of a successful back row attack as Pablo Pascual puts it back over. Viterbo relying on those back row attacks early on here.
As Thiago and Lucas were both there for the block.
8 serving 5 now. The Jaguars looking to build a little bit of a bridge between themselves and the V-Hawks. Most of the V-Hawks points coming off of errors thus far. Jaguars hoping to clean things up a little bit.
As that one tells.
Trinice, the flagger there, almost ended up in the hospital with that one.
That was an ace right there by Daniel.
I'll be honest, it looked out of bounds from this angle, but we'll take it. This is why you never question referees, folks.
No, of course not.
Because every now and again, they'll get it wrong in your favor. Can we say ball don't lie there? You think that's an example?
Maybe.
The libero, number 12, Max Dugan, stepping up to serve. Interesting form on that serve as Lapa sets it up for Thiago. Well blocked there by the V-Hawks. And the error gives the point to the V-Hawks. 7 serving 9. This is a close one so far.
Yes.
Dugan again. Very unorthodox form is Etunez.
Daniel to Lucas to Diego, just.
A thing of beauty.
Exactly. Poetry in motion.
Need more of that as Thiago steps up to serve here. Received by Davis, set up there. Jaguars can't return it, and it's another point for the V-Hawks, keeping themselves alive in this one. It'll be 8 serving 10. Substitution here is Roman Razusko coming into the game for number 13, Caleb Koza. And it'll be Razusko to serve. Lapa setting it up. Just about stays away from the ceiling, and that was Diego, attacks it, makes its way over the net. That's a point for the Jaguars. 11 now serving 8.
Viterbo was there for that one, but just couldn't get it.
It's been a challenge for the Jaguars so far to get the better of this V-Hawks front row. The V-Hawks keeping the Jaguars within arm's length here. 9 serving 11.
Yeah, no, the V-Hawks definitely finding ways and moments to score.
What do you think the Jaguars need to do to wrestle back some control here?
All it takes is one side out, get you the ball back, and take it from there. They're saying doubles on Pablo on the set.
Ten serving 11, V-Hawks with a chance to tie it here.
As Pablo gets that one, as that one goes out, unfortunately.
We are tied here, folks. It is 11-11.
Yes. V-Hawks still serving. Good eye right there by Jared.
See Coach Pedro there stepping up to discuss something with Jared. Maybe talking about his positioning. He's been a little bit off a couple times there, just about missing out on defending against a couple of those attacks from the V-Hawks as that one hits the ground.
Right there by Diego.
Maybe that's where the Jaguars have fallen a little bit short. I don't think the serving has been as clean as they would want it to be, and it's really difficult to play when you're not controlling the serves. Another service error for the Jaguars. Gives it back.
Sorry about that, but I'm not used to seeing that.
I know, it's uncharacteristic, and we've talked about it before in previous games. Jaguars errors causing their own downfall.
Yeah, not many service errors we've seen before. Another Pablo point.
We love to hear that. Well, the Jaguars can be at least a little bit happy if they can keep this 2-point advantage, but I'm sure Coach Pedro and Reyes will be telling them that to extend this a little bit further, get a bit of breathing room here.
As Viterbo gets the point on that one.
Number 7, Logan Amder, having himself a really good game so far. He's caused a lot of problems for the Jaguars. He'll step up to serve here. Amder gets it across.
Diego to Lucas. Diego saves it. Pancake by Diego.
That was incredible reactions there, but number 1, Ethan Davis, driving that one into the ground. V-Hawks tie it back up, 14 serving 14 here. Well, we were talking about this one ending in 3 or 4 sets. Maybe we'll have to rethink that. Great return that time from Amder.
Free
Davis.
ball from the V-Hawks. Diego to Lucas. To Pablo. There you go. There you go.
They're going to need new insurance on the floors here if Pablo keeps doing this all season. Davis spiking it over. Defended well by Baez, but it's a point for the V-Hawks. Maybe give us a breakdown there of what happened.
I wouldn't even know where to start. Refs blew the whistle right away. Didn't even give a hand gesture. Could have been doubles. Could have been something. I don't know. But no, definitely Jaguars need to side out on this one to get the ball back. There we go.
Speak it into existence, why don't you, Francisco?
Exactly.
Maybe Daniel Lopez to serve here.
Nice 3-ball from the libero.
Both players, we talked about it before, both players defending the same ball. We'll take those. It's a good mistake to make, but we have to clean this up a little bit. I think simple mistakes have been the cause of this close game so far, as Diego gets it over the net. Well saved that time by Davis. Let's see if the Jaguars can wrestle some control here. Take this game by the scruff of the neck.
Diego now serving. As that one sails out of bounds.
More errors. Really, that's been the story of the game for both teams. We can't say it's just been the Jaguars. I mean, the Jaguars have benefited from plenty of service errors and hitting errors from the V-Hawks, but I think the Jaguars would have expected better than this early on. Sometimes it's just not your day, I think.
No.
Number 25, Roman Razusku, stepping up to serve. Razusku gets it over the net. Finds its way to Pablo. Hit that one so hard it got lost in the air for a little bit.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one. Shout out to DJ Khaled. Lucas Lapa stepping up to serve. Number 3 in the CCAC for assists per set. And the V-Hawks take their first lead of the night. It's 19 serving 18. Wow. Wouldn't have put money on this early on. This one might go the distance if it continues like this. Atunez. There he is. Our PA Phil Smith dubbed him the Missile. I think that's a very befitting nickname, but if we're going to call him the Missile, we got to come up with something for Pablo, don't we?
Demolition?
Yeah, I could vibe with that. The Missile stepping up to serve here. Well placed, Davis returns.
Nice block right there by the Jaguars. As that one barely goes over.
Nice pancake that time. That's more like it. That's more like it from the Jaguars. Beautiful pancake that time from Enzo to keep things alive. That's that kind of hustle that's going to win you games, and we'd love to see more of that from the Jaguars. I don't think a lack of effort's been the issue here. Another kill there for Logan Amder. Lopez replacing Enzo. It'd be Leo Kangas stepping up to serve here for the V-Hawks, 20 serving 20. Oh my gosh.
You got to be ready for those.
Can you be ready for those? I think Leo Kangas there, you might need to see his dentist after this game. It looked like he might have lost a tooth on that one. I certainly wouldn't have wanted to be in the way of that one.
No.
Jared Baez to serve here. 21 serving 20. Beautiful block that time from Thiago Neves.
Thiago and Enzo were up for both. Both of them were up for that block.
The power of friendship. Could use some more of that power here as this game, or this set rather, wearies on. Jared to serve again. Skims the net on its way.
As Pablo and Thiago were there for that one.
I think we're seeing a transition in the front row here for the Jaguars as the V-Hawks take a timeout. We're going to send it to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Attend the only film event of its kind in Chicago's Southland. Featuring international short films and showcasing award-winning regional feature films. Watch movies, meet filmmakers, make friends. Chicago Southland International Film Festival at Governor State University. Real vision, real films.
Welcome back to the match as the Jaguars are up 23-20 in set number 1. V-Hawks coming out of a timeout, trying to stop the momentum. Jaguars want to take this set.
Francisco, it's been a very up and down set for the Jaguars so far. What are you seeing that you like and what are you seeing that you dislike?
Seeing what I dislike, it's hard to explain, but you always got to make sure, in order to get the points first, is always the serve receive. Great serve receive, gets to the setter, gets a great point. Now what I love to see is how the attackers are getting up with it, and you've seen more spikes than tips and rollovers from the hand.
I think we also need to mention the defending of the front row. It's been, at least in these past couple points, is wow, what a pancake there from Davis to keep the set alive.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't pancake those,
though. You can't pancake a Pablo hit.
What was the nickname you dubbed him earlier?
Demolition?
Demolition. I think militia is maybe what you were going for. He's an army on his own.
Absolutely.
Jared Baez serving for set point. We mentioned it at the top as service error giving the point to the V-Hawks, but we mentioned it at the top. It's not about how you start, it's about how you close. And the Jaguars could be forgiven for a little bit of a turbulent start if they can close it out and get the set. It'd be the thorn in our side, Logan Amder, stepping up to serve.
Daniel to Lucas to Thiago. Set 1 goes to the Jaguars. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for set number 2. And we are back. As you just saw, the CSIF Film Festival is weeks away, April 9th through the 11th. I'm definitely going.
I have to be there. I would be there. I would be there anyway, even if I didn't have to. But you will see me there in my DLMD attire. I, for one, am very excited. I've been to the student showcase. I went to the Madase screening. It really is such a phenomenal event. The atmosphere, the films, it's just something to behold. Getting to see all of these up-and-coming filmmakers and what they have to offer, it's a thing of beauty. I'm not even a big cinephile myself, but seeing what some of our own Governor State students have put out, seeing what some of the local filmmakers have put out, and seeing some of the the award-winning feature films that were on offer in past years, I'm super, super excited. I think, Francisco, you probably feel the same, right?
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to be your first time going, right?
Correct, yes.
I was going to say, year after year, this is going to be my number 3. It's great. You can't even compare it. Every year is great. Every year it gets better, and I definitely can't wait for this one.
I can't wait either. I wish we had something like that in Kankakee. If there's any Kankakee government officials watching this, make it happen, please. KCC could use something like that. But here at Governor State University, we've got something very, very special in that CSIF event, and we're excited for it. But moving on from that, the Jaguars getting things ready for set number 2, having taken set number 1, 25-21. Looking at the stats here, and it's a very clear reason why the Jaguars kept the V-Hawks in it. 6 service errors in that set from the Jaguars, 2 from the V-Hawks. Francisco, how important is it going to be that the Jaguars clean things up in the second set?
It's the jump serves. That's what's happening. They're all going into the net. It's the timing of it. You want to make sure you have enough of it, and especially have it hammered down instead of hammering across the court, because there's been a couple of ones that just flew by but did not get in. So Jaguars definitely need to make sure that these serves go in and turn them into service aces instead of service errors.
Absolutely. SA, not SE, is what we are looking for. If they can clean that up, though, I mean, that's a 4-point swing between the number of service errors that the V-Hawks had and the Jaguars had. I mean, you're just giving them free points at that point. And with all due respect to the V-Hawks, they're a great team putting up a great fight, but for the ambition that the Jaguars have, receiving votes to be in the top 15 national rankings, these are the types of games against a middle-of-the-pack team that you really want to see them dominate. So hoping that they can grab this game, as I said before, by the scruff of the neck. Lucas Lapa will get us started in the second set. Lapa setting it up that time. Wow, wonderful defending from the V-Hawks there.
As Ian Schultz gets the point on that one.
Ian, number 5 in the CCAC for blocks per set. He's been a very useful tool in the repertoire of the Jaguars coaching staff. Lapa to serve again.
As that one gets the corner of the net, as the V-Hawks get that point.
Just about keeping that one in there. It'll be V-Hawks number 10, Daxton Marshall, to serve here.
As that one stayed in bounds for the ace by Viterbo.
Saw a couple of those in that first set as well. We're going back to it, that communication. You got to be looking out for your guys. As Daxton Marshall puts it over the net. Now back on the subject of CSIF, one of our very own in DLMD, Tyan Simmons, one of the directors and producers for the Madase documentary, will also be submitting his own film. And I mean, Francisco, I'm sure you can attest to this as well. Tyan, just an incredible mind when it comes to film. He is a very, very talented individual. I think that on its own is reason enough to get people to come out to CSIF.
No, absolutely. He has an eye for everything. Anything. I've gone to him for advice, anything, try to get better at the camera, and he has an eye for everything.
Absolutely. I've learned so much from him myself. I remember training at the beginning of the fall semester in 2025, and just hearing what he had to say and how precise he is with everything was really a treat. As the V-Hawks, with that one, take a 2-point advantage. It is 4 serving 2, not the start to the set that the Jaguars would have wanted. It'd be number 55, Justin Kratzenstein, to serve here. Maybe a couple more of those for the Jaguars to get back into this service error from the V-Hawks. It'll be 3 serving 4 here. Jared Baez stepping up to serve for the Jaguars.
Three ball from the libero. As that one goes out of bounds, Jaguars get the point.
Finally, one of those goes the right side of the out-of-bounds line. Jaguars tie it up here at 4-4. Baez, the conference leader in digs per set, gets it over the net that time. And it's that man again, Logan Amder. That's his 5th kill of the match already.
Diego Antunes was right there for it, just not the result he was looking for.
And we saw a couple of those in that first set as well. Right place, just not quite the right time. As Amder puts it over the net there. It's that man again.
The militia.
The militia. Doing it all on his own as Enzo getting ready to check into the game here. Daniel Lopez will check out. Pablo Pascual stepping up to serve. Another service error for the Jaguars, giving the V-Hawks another advantage. It'll be 6 serving 5 here.
Something that you don't see is something happening tonight.
This is uncharacteristic from the Jaguars. They need to lock in and get ready. Ethan Davis stepping up to serve. Referees discussing something here, it seems. Play will resume. Davis gets it over just about.
As it's a back row attack from the V-Hawks that sails out of bounds.
I think he was just on the verge of that being an illegal back row attack, but no matter, it was out of bounds that time. Be Daniel Lopez stepping up to serve here. Well received by the V-Hawks. Wow, what a return that time from the V-Hawks. Lapa trying to catch them off guard, but they deal with it well. Sneak attack was a little bit too sneaky that time. Caleb Koza trying to catch the Jaguars off guard, but didn't get enough on it. An error for the V-Hawks gives the Jaguars a 2-point advantage. It'll be 8 serving 6. Service errors again. Francisco, do you think this is more of maybe a mental thing? What do you think is the reason for what has been a turbulent start, as Pablo not experiencing any of that turbulence? But what do you think, Francisco? Do you think this is a mental thing? Do you think maybe they're getting a bit fatigued as the season wears on? What do you think is the cause of this?
It's just the Jaguars having the first set combined to this set. I don't know. As Gavin Olsen is now serving.
Just about gets it over that time. Well, whatever it is, hopefully the Jaguars can figure it out soon as the V-Hawks take it back to within 1 point.
Going back to what you were saying, it's the conference battles. Anytime you beat your opponent, you move up a little, or if you lose, you move down. So that's why Viterbo is trying to do what they can to move up, and the Jaguars trying to stay in place.
Yeah, these conference matchups always light a fire under teams. And we saw it, with some of our other teams as the V-Hawks do well to counter there. How about that for some front row blocking? The work there from Sturkmeyer in the front row. He is #1 in the CCAC for blocks per set, and you saw it there. 3 in a row. That was phenomenal stuff. Lapa setting it up for Antunes.
They weren't there for that one.
Hit that one so hard, he put himself on his backside. Lucas Lapa on the serve this time. Sturkmeyer putting it where the Jaguars can't handle it. And we are all knotted up at 10 apiece. Maybe we spoke too soon. I don't know if we're going to get out of this one early. Lapa doing well to make something of that. Set up for the V-Hawks nicely, and the return error that time giving the V-Hawks the point. It'd be 11 serving 10. And it'd be number 10, Daxton Marshall, to put it over the net for the V-Hawks.
3 ball from Daniel. As that one almost comes our way.
It did actually hit the table in front of us here. What's our prize if we actually end up with one here in the booth? What do you think Mark should give us?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
We'll wait to hear word from the control room on that one, as number 7 Logan Amder with the error that time. Jaguars take back the advantage, 12 serving 11.
Jared with the dig.
Davis, well saved that time from Atunez. Daniel can't quite get it over the net, and it is 12-12. The V-Hawks side out. Be Justin Kratzenstein to put this one over. Put it too far over that time. Service error gives the Jaguars the point. 13 serving 12. It'll be Jared Baez to step up and serve here. Jared Baez, conference leader in digs per set.
3 ball from the V-Hawks. Diego with the dig to Lucas. Pablo with the attack as the Viterbo V-Hawks get the point on that one.
They didn't give a hand gesture to tell us what had happened there.
Yeah, the refs had said it was 4 hits on us.
I see. I hadn't caught that. Looked to me as if the V-Hawks had blocked it, but was not the case. Amder puts it over. Set up for Lopez. Well saved by Atunez. Pablo getting it over the net. Served up for Davis, and well saved that time from Jared Baez. You can see why he leads the conference in digs per set, and Thiago Neves with the block to give the Jaguars the point. Tell you what, Francisco, I think we can't talk enough about Thiago Neves and the work he's been doing in that front row.
No, definitely. Thiago's been up there every single time the ball's going over. These middles today have been putting on a show.
They've been on their game. Hopefully the rest of the court can replicate that as Pablo puts it over. Amder sets it up. Diego just about keeping it in.
Jared with the dig.
Pablo with the kill.
Pablo with the point.
Jared with the dig, Pablo with the kill. We want to see more of that. If you can get both of those things in the same sequence, it's a good set. It's a good point for the Jaguars, as Pablo will now serve.
Three ball from Viterbo.
Well responded.
As Ethan Davis got it over, but Daniel said, I'm going to get this point.
Take what's yours, Daniel. Take what's yours. The Jaguars now opening up a 3-point lead, 16 serving 13. Can they build on this? Can they take this momentum and carry it forward? Ever since that first service error, Pablo Pascual, his serves have been practically perfect. And that's another example. We got a timeout from the Viterbo V-Hawks, looking to talk this over. Things starting to get out of control. Jaguars lead 17-13. We're going to send it to commercial, and we'll be right back.
The College of Business is more than a college. It's a community.
People from every background, all striving for success and lifting each other up.
The professors challenge you by helping you see your potential and push beyond it.
That network continues to inspire me and reminds me where my story began.
CUB gave me knowledge, confidence, and a community that continues to lift me up.
This is my COB moment, and this is Gov State.
Welcome back, Jaguars fans. Jaguars currently lead the V-Hawks at 17-13. Pablo Pascual getting ready to start things off. As Pablo puts it a bit too far, service error, V-Hawks get the point.
Ethan Davis now serving for the V-Hawks.
Set up there for Pablo. Defended well by the V-Hawks, but out of bounds, and the Jaguars take the point.
Good effort right there from the front row of the V-Hawks, but results in a blocking error.
I really think so far that has been the biggest strength for the V-Hawks, as number 1, Brandon Palomeros checking in for the Jaguars to a warm reception from the crowd. Daniel Lopez stepping up to serve here, but I really do think the V-Hawks, their front row, has been on point today, and that's what's really keeping them in this.
As the V-Hawks get the point on that one.
I think it might have been number 7, Logan Amder, on the point again. He has been everywhere, causing problems for the Jaguars, as Lapa sets it up for Palmeros, who earns the point. Well, if the crowd's going to cheer your name, you better make it worth it. Brandon certainly did there.
As Gavin Olsen is now serving for Thiago.
Gavin gets it over the net. Referees override the flagger that time, and they call it out of bounds. Service error against the Jaguars. I think the referees may be discussing this one, though. It will be V-Hawks point. It'll be 16 serving 19. Flagger called it inbounds. Referees called it out of bounds. Roman Razusko gets it over the net.
As Pablo gets another point right there off the blocking error from the V-Hawks.
He's got more points than an argument right now. Lucas Lapa stepping up to serve. Well-placed serve that time. A little bit awkward for the V-Hawks, but they do eventually get it over the net.
As Ian Schultz finds a nice little spot for the ball and gets the attack point.
Great stuff that time from Ian. Another awkward serve from Lucas causing problems for the V-Hawks, but they do scramble it over the net. V-Hawks earn themselves a point to stop the bleeding. It'll be 17 serving 21. V-Hawks need to get going quickly if they want a chance in this second set. I'm going to call back to what we mentioned earlier. It's not about how you start, it's about how you close. Ethan Davis, wow. That had some power behind it.
It did.
Ethan Davis with authority. It'll be number 10, Daxton Marshall to serve, 18 serving 21.
As Pablo gets the point on that one, as the V-Hawks all just look at that one go by. When you're not sure if you should go for it or not, go for it.
I was going to say, I think maybe in those cases, if I were out there, I would be thinking better safe than sorry, right?
Absolutely.
Because worst case scenario, if it's going out anyway, you might as well make a play at it, right?
Right. as Daniel and Ian were there for the block.
Working together that time. We love to see that teamwork. We've talked about it all game long, all season long, really. Communication is the key for the Jaguars. So much talent on this roster. It's about putting it all together. There's Brandon Palmeros serving here, 23, serving 18. Jaguars looking to ice it. Palmeros drives that one straight into the net. Another service error for the Jaguars, giving the V-Hawks a lifeline. It's 19 serving 23. Malachi Crestel serving for the V-Hawks.
V-Hawks keeping that one alive. Free ball to Jared, to Lucas, to Pablo.
Oh my gosh. He got more hang time than a fighter jet on that one.
I was going to say, you see how Malachi just froze on that one?
Yeah. I mean, I'd freeze too, I think. Jared Baez stepping up to serve for set point, 24, serving 19. Can the Jaguars get the job done here?
Nice 3-ball from the libero as Jared gets the dig and Daniel gets the point. As the Jaguars take set number 2, 25-19. Set number 3 is up after this. And we're back. Jaguars up 2-0, showing Viterbo everything they can from the chemistry, communication, and everything. So Jaguars are up right now, 2-0.
Yep, it's been, I'd say, an up and down first couple of sets. The Jaguars, a lot of errors, hitting errors, service errors. Right now, the Jaguars, 11 service errors to Viterbo's 4. We've been talking about it all match long, but that is going to be the difference. If the V-Hawks can find a way back into it, it'd be because of the errors from the Jaguars. Now, we do have a food day graphic that we would like to bring up here. I've been waiting for this all day.
National Spanish Paella Day.
Wonderful, wonderful. I've had Mexican paella. I can't say that I've ever had Spanish paella, but if it's as good as its Mexican counterpart, then it's a top tier food. How about you, Francisco?
Yeah, it's a nice one, a nice food day that we had today. Got me a little hungry right now, actually. Might want some paella, but no, pretty good, pretty good. Anywhere you get it from.
Absolutely. Whether it's Spain or Mexico, paella is a fan favorite. I think this is the first time on a broadcast that all of the talent has agreed on a food day that we actually like it. This is a miracle. This is a miracle.
I'm thinking it's more you agreeing to this because we all love the National Food Days.
I have standards. All right, I have standards. I'm a cook. I'm a home chef. I pride myself on that, and I'm a critic. I'll be honest with you. I'm a critic, and if the food days aren't up to my standard, I'm going to make that known. So I'm glad to see that we've picked things up a little bit, and I'm looking forward to some more good food day graphics as the Jaguars getting things ready here for set number 3.
One of the food days, and shout out to Kirsten, our graphic designer, for these food days that you see.
Absolutely.
National Cheese Day. We spent a decent amount of time talking about cheese.
There's magic in cheese, really. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to cheese. So many different types of cheeses. I mean, I could go all day about cheese, really. I could. I absolutely could. But back to volleyball for now. Maybe I'll start. Maybe I'll start like a food vlog channel. How about that, guys? I'll pitch that one to the audience at home. As the V-Hawks looking to get things started here in set number 3. Number 25, Roman Rezusku, sending it over the net.
As Diego gets the serve receive. Pablo with the dig. Diego with a nice attack. Viterbo keeping that one alive. Ethan Davis to Jared Baez. Sneak attack right there by Daniel.
And these are the sequences in the first 2 sets that weren't going the Jaguars' way. What a rally we have going here, though.
Yeah, as both Viterbo players are okay.
And there we go.
And that is okay, too, as Pablo gets another point for the Jaguars.
Another Pablo point. Lapa getting it over the net.
As that one goes out of bounds, Jaguars get the point on that one.
I think
Actually, go ahead.
ahead.
No, you go.
I was going to say, I think even though they called it out of bounds, it looked like it would have been a net violation either way.
Yeah, I was just going to say, talking to Pablo last game, watching our broadcast and our streams, he loves Pablo points. And I told him we do too.
I think everybody loves Pablo points. I mean, who doesn't, really?
The other team.
I mean, Pablo hailing from practically volleyball royalty, and he lives up to the name, I would say. Wouldn't you agree, Francisco?
No, absolutely, he does.
As the V-Hawks get it over the net. Diego couldn't decide whether that was going out of bounds or not. Maybe that's an example of why you shouldn't go for it.
I don't even know how he did that.
That
he passed the ball, and he passed it to himself.
I don't think he could have done that on purpose if he wanted to. It's number 10, Daxton Marshall, who sent that one over for the V-Hawks. Set up for Davis.
Viterbo keeping that one alive.
That front row operating well for the Jaguars a couple times now. Davis sends it over, dug out by Jared Baez, set up for Pablo. Got another long rally going on here. Amdur gets it over the net, set up. Baez sends it back the way of the V-Hawks. Meyer earning the point that time. Lapa doing what he could to keep it alive. But unfortunately, it will be a V-Hawks point. 3 serving 2. The V-Hawks lead it early. Service error from Daxton Marshall gives the point to the Jaguars. 3 serving 3 now. 3-3 in set number 3. That won't do for me. Hopefully Diego can get a point here.
Diego with the dig to Daniel.
What a sequence from the Jaguars there. The dig from Jared, the point from Daniel. Lovely stuff from the Jaguars, putting it all together. Diego Atunez stepping up to serve for the Jaguars. That serve only going as far as the net. This is not soccer, however, so putting it into the net is not the goal. 4 serving 4 now. If I had a nickel for every time I've brought up service errors in this match.
I'm going to say I lost count.
Well, I didn't. That would be 12 now, so I'd have 60 cents. Daniel Lopez earning the point that time.
Jared now serving. 5 serving 4.
Jared Baez getting it over the net for the Jaguars. Miscommunication on the side of the V-Hawks. That error gives the Jaguars a 2-point cushion, 6 serving 4. Can the Jaguars get some early control here?
As that was a blocking error by the Jaguars.
Did they? No, they called it out of bounds, it looks like. Yes, they. Oh no, you are right. Blocking error. Originally, the referee had pointed to the other side. That's my mistake. Logan Amder will serve here. It is out of bounds this time.
As that ball is right by our camera, off the bounce.
And it is staying by that camera. Look at that.
Yeah.
You can see in the background there our leading scorer for the men's basketball team, Max Marius, going to retrieve it as Pablo powers it over the net. Did really well that time. Brody Dunlap sacrificing everything to keep it in play, and it's a point off the error from the Jaguars. V-Hawks getting the point that time, 6 serving 7.
Nice effort right there, just not the result.
It's been the story of this game so far, although the Jaguars do lead it 2-0. I think safe to say it could be more comfortable than this if the bounce had gone our way a couple more times.
Diego to Lucas. Diago with the attack and getting the point on that one.
I think it's safe to say the Jaguars are looking more comfortable in this third set than they have throughout the game. Maybe just a matter of growing into the match a little bit.
Yeah, no, this whole night has been close and close. It's like when you're bumper to bumper in a car.
Remember, kids, always leave a one-car gap. That's what I was taught.
Yes, you should be able to see the other person's tires.
It's a good advice there. Daniel Lopez with the soft touch getting the point that time. Talk to me, Francisco. Somebody as powerful as Daniel is, what's it like as an opponent when you have to plan for not only the power but the delicacy and the accuracy that he can provide in his hitting?
Here in set number 3, he's been having so many attacks, and it's been mostly powerful attacks that he slams it to the ground. But if you keep doing that throughout the whole game, you can do a little sneak attack. As Viterbo's keeping that one alive. Jared to Lucas. Diego with the tip.
Wow.
Man, just pancakes all around on both sides.
Digs and pancakes. And kills. Diego Atunez earning the point for the Jaguars, 10 serving 6. Jaguars starting to find the balance here. Maybe I should stop complimenting them, huh? As soon as I say that service error giving the point to the V-Hawks, it'd be 7 serving 10. Max Dugan serves it for the V-Hawks. Set up for Diego Atunez. Atunez's spike is returned by the V-Hawks, but the miscommunication there, and the point goes the way of the Jaguars.
A nice little substitution going on.
Almost a whole platoon swap here for the
Pedro Oliveira in for Ian Schultz. Gavin is in for Diago. And Brandon is in for Diego.
Let's see if these substitutions can be effective as Gavin Olson serves for the Jaguars. Sturkmeyer's error gives the point to the Jaguars, 12 serving 7. Jaguars starting to open up a bit of a gap here. Francisco, how can the Jaguars take advantage of this growing lead that they have?
But I just keep racking up them points as we get a double block by Pedro Oliveira and Brandon Palmeros. And we also get a timeout from the Viterbo V-Hawks as the Jaguars are up 13-7. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Attend the only film event of its kind in Chicago's Southland. Featuring international short films and showcasing award-winning regional feature films. Watch movies, meet filmmakers, make friends. Chicago Southland International Film Festival at Governor State University. Real vision, Real Films.
And we are back, set number 3. Jaguars up 13-7. Guys, the stats for the Jaguars have been doing pretty well.
We do have some stats here to discuss.
Yeah, especially this is the second time that the Jaguars have seen the Viterbo Vhawks as Governor State won that one 3-1, had total control all 4 sets. Whereas the last time they faced off against each other was March 3rd of this year. Another double block by the Jaguars. Now it's a block party.
Now it's a block party. 14 serving 7, biggest lead of the night for the Jaguars. That one was inbound service ace for Gavin Olson. More service aces, less service errors. How about it, Francisco?
No, most definitely.
Gavin Olson getting real familiar with serving here. He's got the last 4 points for the Jaguars.
Daniel to Lucas as Pedro gets the point right there.
That was beautiful. Little song and dance that time between Lucas Lapa and Pedro Oliveira. Ethan Davis checking back into the game for the Vhawks. Now that one had a little bit too much on it. Gives it back to the Vhawks, 8 serving 16.
As Thiago subs back in for Gavin. And Charlie Davidson subbing in for Libero.
Caught a little bit of Charlie playing in a varsity reserve game a couple of days ago. He was quite impressive in that game, actually. Brandon Palmeros getting it over the net, but well blocked that time by Sturkmeyer of the Vhawks. Number 1 in blocks per set for the CCAC, Sturkmeyer is. How about that for a sneak attack from Lucas Lapa? I really love the energy that he plays with Lucas Lapa. Just always seems like he's having fun. What a block that time from Pedro Oliveira. He has been very productive since being introduced to this match.
Absolutely. It's been there for each and every attempt.
Lapa getting it over. Served up for Brannon. And the little push spike that time earns the point for the Jaguars.
As Elias is now subbing in for Lucas.
Lucas with that ever-present smile. He's done good work, especially in this third set. Jaguars opening up a 10-point advantage, 19 serving 9. Momentum heavily in favor of the Jaguars. A blocking error, it looks like, is the call. Pablo adamant that time that he didn't get a touch on it, but the point will go the way of the Vhawks, 10 serving 19. Vhawks need to act soon, otherwise it might be too late. (20 serving 10). Good look at Coach Pedro there.
As Jeremy Lin subs in for Daniel Lopez.
Are we allowed to call him Linsanity? Can
I
we
don't
say
know.
that? I mean, he shares a name with
He
him.
literally
Come on.
shares the name with him
Come
too.
on, spelled the same in everything.
Exactly.
Logan Amder, too much power on that one. Out of bounds, 21 serving 10. We've been waiting all match for it, but the Jaguars finally in full control here. They're hitting third gear, 21 serving 10. And I'll tell you what, Francisco, it's been really ever since some of the more fringe players, some of the substitute players have come into the game. As I say that, one of them with the service error, but the substitutes have really made a big impact in this game. Talk to me a little bit about that, Francisco.
No, absolutely. Anybody is next man up. Everybody who's been on the court tonight has done something special, something extraordinary. And even, as you mentioned, the other players are also doing something as well.
But that helps as well. Malachi Crestel with the service error. It'll now be 22 serving 11. Charlie stepping up to serve here. Charlie Davidson, service error that time. Point goes to the V-Hawks.
As Makai Chester subs in for Thiago Neves.
This is only a few points until the set is over, but this is the kind of situation where if you're one of those fringe players off the bench, it's an opportunity to make a name for yourself. I remember against Calumet, Makai came in and had a pretty notable appearance as Jaguars failed to return that one. V-Hawks earned the point. It'll be 13 serving 22. Logan Amder with the service error, giving it back to the Jaguars.
23 serving 13. All it takes is 2. It takes 2.
It takes 2. Good game. I don't know, have you ever played it? It Takes Two, the video game?
No.
It's a very good game.
I was thinking more of the song. It takes 2 to make things go right.
Well, service error that time from Pablo. I think this game might be won on service errors. I don't know if we're actually going to see a serve get across the net here. Successfully, that is. Ethan Davis on the serve. No service error this time.
Jeremy to Elias to Makai. As Makai and Elias were up there for the block. Pablo, Elias, Linsanity.
Linsanity.
As Jeremy Lin is now serving for the match point.
When the match is in, you can count on Lin. Jeremy Lin stepping up for set point. Ethan Davis.
As that one sails out of bounds.
Well, that'll do it for the Jaguars. 25-14 in this third set. The Jaguars take it 3-0. Francisco, what did you think of that one?
Definitely what the Jaguars have shown, what they're capable of doing, taking it 3-0 and taking the win against Viterbo. Next time the Jaguars are here is March 31st against Calumet St. Joe's. But definitely want to enjoy this win tonight, especially with the road trip they just had.
Absolutely. It's good to be back home. We're seeing the impact of home court advantage here. Francisco, give me your final thoughts. It was a game that I think the Jaguars needed to win coming off of the loss against St. X. What do you think the Jaguars did differently tonight that got them the result?
They kept their focus together. They kept playing as a team. They kept the chemistry, the communication, everything. Everything went well tonight. Yes, yesterday was not what you expected, but today they won.
Absolutely.
Yes. We'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. And we are back. Jaguars win this one 3-0. I am joined here by Lucas Lapa. Lucas, how you feeling?
Well, I feel great. Like this last game yesterday were both amazing. I think there's not like another word to describe, but like I feel amazing. I think the team is doing great.
That's good. So many matches in the last 2 weeks at Judson, at Olivet, at St. X, and now we're back home. Walk me through the whole week, especially going into yesterday and today.
So I think like coming back from last week, like we had a tough week. We had 10 sets in 3 days. Thank you. They were like both hard games because of us mostly, but I think we worked during the week for especially yesterday game, and like after the game that we did yesterday against the number 3 in the country, I think we're just like more confident in ourselves, you know. I think this even though we lost 3-0, I think the game that we did is going to help us keep going to the end of the season. We have 5 more games to go and have to kill it.
Yeah, no, playing from yesterday to today, yes, big difference playing as a team with communication and chemistry. But just the energy you bring on the court, how do you do it? Every time I see you on the court, how do you have that energy?
Well, I'll say that I've always been someone that tries to bring that energy, but I would lose myself. And then there was this year in Brazil that I had a coach that he told me you gotta be like bipolar in the court. So as soon as you hear a whistle, if it's your point, just let it all out. And then whenever he whistles again to the start of a new point, you just relax, start thinking. That's what I try to do.
Okay. Any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah. Shout out my mom, my dad, and my sister. I love you. And probably Felix, if you're watching, we're here.
All right. Thank you, Lucas. Jaguars win this one 3-0. Next game is March 31st versus Calumet St. Joe's. Don't want to miss it. I've been Francisco Mendoza, joined by Lucas Lapa, my co-host Jordan Fox. Have a good night, everybody, and thank you for tuning in.
Have a good night. Beijo, mãe.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I represent for the Jaguars. No, I'm a fighter, yeah, I stand tall. I carry this weight on my shoulders, never a folder. I'm always gon' ball. Instead of it's time for the red, and I'm about to clock in, going in, never count me, yo. I'ma always make it like a legislator. This is dedication, this why mama made me, yo. I rise from the pavement, but that's just since I was a baby, walking in greatness, no patience. I say life by the neck and I break it like generation, no curses, yeah. I live in my purpose, got my eye on the prize, observing. Try to step, I'ma leave close curtains, yeah. Who I do it for? I say I do it for the nation. The nation, yeah.